Hey, what's up everybody? It's Thursday on GenderqueerChat. This week's topic is, what is gender? So we've been getting a little bit sort of complicated with our topics recently, and so we decided to kind of go back to basics and just sort of, remind ourselves and everybody else sort of what's at like the basis of what we're really talking about. So what is gender? That is actually way more difficult to answer than I originally thought, because I think the way that my mind works, I just get way too hard about things. But simply put, what is gender? Gender is a socially constructed concept based on, various observations by various people about what are typically male behaviors and what are typically female behaviors. Male, obviously, we use the word masculine. Female, we use the word feminine. It kind of that's the basis of what gender is. It obviously over the years gets complicated because people have a tendency, I think, to attribute certain things to gender that are not really gender related. I think that there seem to be some, when you look neurologically at brain scans and that kind of thing, hormone, in utero does have an effect on the way that your brain develops. So there probably are some things that are, more typical to brains that have developed with estrogen, and other, behaviors that are more typical of brains that have developed with more testosterone in the system. So it's kind of hard to say that there are no gender differences. I think what is difficult to say, I think what society has done wrong is attributing all of these various aspects of the way people are to gender, when most people think that gender and sex are interchangeable. Sex obviously is the anatomy, and gender is this societal construct that's forever changing. It's not really a set thing, but for sex you have female-bodied people, male-bodied people, and everything in between. And I think that society, especially in terms of language, I think language has a huge effect on who we are, and how we relate to things. And I think that one of the things that went wrong was that we were attributing female and masculine. It's not as bad in English as it is in most other languages, but attributing female and masculine to objects and things and people and animals and everything has a in French, the le or the la. I think that gender is just something that people made up because they like to categorize things, and I would prefer living in a world where gender was not, gender didn't exist, and therefore all of the restraints that people place on each other and on things and on everything didn't exist. I think that in sort of this, the cisgendered straight society, not all cisgendered straight people, but in sort of this general, extremely generalized way, they tend to be a little bit, there's a plane right up there, sorry, they tend to be, almost give license to bad behavior, like, oh, he's a man, he's gonna want to cheat or whatever, and it's like, well, no, he is a person who committed. If he didn't want to be monogamous, then there are ways not to be monogamous, but you know what I mean? Like, I feel like people give license to bad behavior, sort of like excuse it with these really strange concepts that we've come up with about gender. If somebody has a high testosterone drive, whether the person be male or female or have whatever anatomy, they have a high sex drive, high testosterone, yeah, they're going to be more interested in sex, but I don't think that is something that is, or should be, gendered, because it just limits our view of people. So, yeah, get to know people for who they are, and judge people on who they are, not what they are. So, anyway, I'll introduce you quickly to the dog. He's right here. He's sleeping, I think. He found I can't even see if you can see him. Hey, Fargo. Fargo. Yeah. He's sleeping, and I'm not going to wake him up because he's been... Oh, there he is. No, he's not awake yet. He's been totally stressed, since he got here, so... yeah. He's pretty cute. But, alright, guys. I will see you next week. Bye.